goes down. First of all, I thought this was a much better game than last night. 2 ties, so you think 2 overtime games, you think they'd be similar, but I thought both teams played much better. There was more flow to the game. There was a better effort to make plays and get away from people, and I thought that was, and there were so many penalties last night, people were trying to stay out of the boxes, but best they could tonight. We were disappointed that we gave up 2 power play goals right off the bat. We haven't given up one in a long time, and give them credit, they made a couple of adjustments on their power play from last night, and they capitalized. But I thought the biggest goal of the game, without question, was Megan's goal at the end of the period. That was huge for us. I thought that maybe their goal at the end of the second was going to turn out to be the biggest goal. But since we made it 2-1, at least we weren't that far behind. And then Trevino and Conley's line and Chiasson's line, they played really well. I thought all the lines played pretty well. We shot in the bench and went to 3 lines, as did they, so we were matching up pretty good against the lines. Conley and Trevino's line, and Chiasson's line got a couple of goals, and they were playing against Barton's line and DaCosta's line all night, so they had to worry about them, and they still wound up getting 2 goals. I thought the best period for us was the 3rd period. Not just because we got 2 goals, but I don't think we gave them as many chances in the 3rd period. So we played better defensively in the 3rd, and we got 2 goals. Obviously, anytime you come back from a 3-1 deficit, it's almost like a win. So we're real happy with that point, much more than we were with the point last night. And we're happy to be still at the top of the standings.
Coach, are you pleased with Megan's goal because it was his first, or because it cut the score in half?
I was pleased. It was most important because we cut the score in half, but I also was pleased that he got off the schneid and maybe get him going a little.
Coach, did you feel like you guys were really coming on in the 3rd? They looked like they were tiring.
I don't know if they were tiring. I thought that, as I said, our best period defensively and offensively was the 3rd period, so we certainly played better vis-a-vis them in the 3rd period than we did the other 2. I was not disappointed with the way we played the first 2 periods. I thought they got 2 power play goals, and then we made a real bad read at the very end of the period, in the 2nd period, when they didn't have that many opportunities in the second, any great opportunities. We gave them that breakaway or that walk in and score, so give them credit for making a nice play, but we really made a bad read and got 3 guys caught on the wrong side of the ice. Then we started the 3rd period, and I thought from the opening face-off we looked like we were determined to try to get back in the game.
Is there anything you told your guys after going down 3-1?
No, just that I thought we were playing well. Don't get down, get up, and we get ready for the 3rd period. Don't get down on yourselves because we're playing a good game. Let's just see what happens in the 3rd. And you got to give both goaltenders credit for the entire weekend. They both played great. A lot of pressure on them, a lot of opportunities. I think last night was even tougher for the goaltender than tonight was.
Coach, overall, you happy with coming away from this week with 2 points?
Yeah, this team is, first of all, this team is a much older team, much more experienced team than we are. I picked them to be in the top 4 in our league. I knew they were going to be a real good team because of how they finished up the second half of last year. And they are this might be ugly that last year was, and it probably still is, the toughest place to play in this league because they've got such a great home record here. So they've already beaten Boston College here, so being down 3-1 and coming back in their building to tie it up was pretty good effort, pretty good. We're going to feel pretty good about ourselves. Take it from here, I hope.
Coach, can you talk about your confidence in your all-freshman line, bring them out with just 30 seconds to go in a tie game?
Well, we're only playing 3 lines, so you don't have a lot of choice. And the only thing I wanted to make sure was Trevino's line was matching up against DaCosta's line, and we got that most of the night. So DaCosta's line was not out there the last 30 seconds, so the all-freshman line. I think we made that change in the 3rd period, and I think we'll keep it that way because we made that change in the power play at least. I thought, especially I thought Sahir Gill played real well for all the freshmen. And I thought our 2 freshmen defensemen played great. Adam Condenning has been playing fabulous. He had a great night last night. He had a great night tonight. He's really playing solid defensively. He was mad at himself because he had a couple of real good opportunities and he thought he could have scored on them. he's known as a great offensive defenseman, he is, but he's really paying attention to detail and playing offense off of defense for us, and that's important.
You moved up Ryan Reicha to the top line, top defensive pair with Warsawski. Is that something that's going to stick?
I just wanted to change the pairings. Just to, I don't know if it will stick. I like the way Castro played tonight too, but I was thinking of playing a little different power play unit, and I decided not to. But I like the way two has been playing, and I think we got two offensive defensemen playing together when we have 75 playing together. So it's a little easier to play 7 with 21, and we got an offense and a defense playing with them. And Reicha's a stay-at-home defenseman. I don't know if you noticed, but David Warsawski can jump in the place. Yeah. We want to make sure we get somebody that might not jump in with him like Max doesn't.
Coach, you're something like 1 for your last 34 on the power play. You called a timeout tonight before the power play, but still weren't able to capitalize. What do you need to do to get that going?
I think you got to give them credit. We got some looks tonight. I like the way we moved the puck tonight, and they just kept diving in front of pucks and blocking shot after shot. I think that we tried a few things. I like the way we moved the puck tonight. I'm not happy with our power play production, obviously, and I'm not happy with our power play up until this weekend. This weekend, I thought we moved the puck pretty well against a team, especially tonight against a team that's a terrific PK guy. They just pulled ahead of us in the nation for best penalty kill in the nation. They'll be second, maybe first this week.
What is it that they do well in their penalty kill? I mean, I know you mentioned they block a lot of shots, but
I think more than anything else, they're just packing it in, and we try to shoot. There was a rule in college hockey that you couldn't leave your feet to play the puck. And I think we'll be getting back to that pretty soon if they want to see more goals scored, because everybody's diving. 3 guys packed in, just diving, blocking shots is tough to get them through. So, but until that comes, the other reason why it didn't happen a lot before, not only was the rule, but we didn't have a full face mask before. You know,
yeah,
guys think their equipment's made in heaven now, you know, so they can do that.
Coach, I know you don't put much stock in polls, but was there any national poll hangover this week for you guys?
No, I didn't think so from the day we went to practice. I don't go to practice a couple of days a week because of where I'm at. But when I came back, I thought we had a lot of energy, and we didn't seem to be full of ourselves, and we were getting ready to play. And I thought, in past years, if we were playing Merrimack, this would have been a much more difficult probability that we'd lose, because we would have been looking by Merrimack and thinking the number 1, and we're only playing Merrimack. But everybody knows, I don't know if everybody knows, everybody in my team knows that this is not your father's Merrimack College team. So they're a team to be reckoned with in our league, and we knew we had to be ready for them. And it didn't hurt us that they had just knocked off the number 2 team in the nation, BC, about 2 weeks ago.
Coach, how did you feel about matching lines with DeCosta?
Well, Trevino's line is one of our best. Trevino's a really good defensive iceman. Wins a lot of faceoffs. Last night was 22 on us and lost 7. So, but I think DeCosta tried something different tonight. He just tried to get draws, leave the puck there, and he got some help that way. But in general, that's our best defensive line with Conley and Chias on it, and it's one of our best offensive lines. So we like playing our first line against anybody else's first.
Thanks.